Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about the top 7 new neighborhoods / developments that are coming to Bend in 2024 that we're really excited about. So buckle up. Grand Meadow. Now technically this neighborhood is already in production, and also technically it is the sister neighborhood to Glen Vista Meadow. Same builder, same area, literally just across the street. Here, let's take a look. Because I'll go on record as saying that this is one of the best locations. I just love it. Well, let's call it the most underrated, I would say, for sure. O.B. Riley here and Glen Vista Road. Now, if you're familiar with this area, this road here takes you back past some old farm properties and actually takes you back to Riley Ranch Nature Reserve, which is easily the most peaceful place in town. It's a 184-acre nature preserve that borders the east side of the Deschutes River and is right in the heart of Bend. It's incredible. No bikes, no dogs, just nature. Sorry, just got off track there a little bit. I just wanted you to know how great of an amenity you get when you live here. Okay, so Grand Meadow's at the top of this list because I don't suspect that this neighborhood's gonna last very long. I think things are gonna sell out rather quickly, and so you should probably just pause this video right now if you're interested and reach out right away so we can get the ball rolling, okay? Current plans are for 24 lots, 24 homes to be built here, and the most recent update I saw that I think they're about a quarter of the way through. I think they've got 4 of them that are up and on the market, or even sold, and another 4 that are on the way, so maybe that's a third. A third of them are kind of already going. Now this is a Stonebridge Homes neighborhood, and if you're unfamiliar with Stonebridge, well, they are a really great local builder. They're technically based out of Portland, but they have built a number of really great neighborhoods in the local Bend area over the last decade or so. Now they generally build between kind of the median area price point, but all the way up through the really high-end luxury price point. I mean, they build in some of the most incredible neighborhoods here that we have locally. I mean, we're talking Northwest Crossing and Discovery West and Brasada, down in Caldera Springs and Sun River. They definitely have a really high-end product as well. Trust me, their high-end product is more like a custom build, only they are spec builds. Point is, they're a great builder, and you should probably keep that name in the back of your head because we probably will be talking about more Stonebridge neighborhoods as we continue on in this video. Okay, so current pricing in Grand Meadow right now is ranging from the upper 7s to the mid 8s, $850,000. Now, what you're getting for that is a 2,500 to 2,900 square foot house. Almost always they're 2 stories. They live large on the main level, open living concept. Most of their plans are like that. And typically they're either 4 bedrooms or they're 3 bedrooms and an office. One thing I will say is that Stonebridge floor plans do a really good job of optimizing space, and they feel they live really large on the inside. Okay, I better get moving on here because this is gonna be a long video. Grand Meadow, I'm a fan. Okay, next up is another tiny little pocket with only a few homes, but I think it's important you know about, and it'll likely be sold out soon, so that's why we're putting it at the beginning of this video. Westhaven. Now, Westhaven is another Stonebridge built neighborhood, and this one is a really tiny pocket off of Neff Road, kind of in the Midtown area of Bend. If you recall the Hayden Homes neighborhood called Westhaven, it's just kind of down at the bottom of the hill after that neighborhood. In fact, I didn't even know about this neighborhood until a few weeks ago when the homes actually went live in the market. They'd been working on them for a while. However, that part of the road was actually blocked off on Neff for a long time because there was some construction on the Neff and Purcell intersection there. But now it's there, it's ready to go. I think there's 8 lots there where Stonebridge will be building homes. The prices and sizes of these homes are very similar to the last one, Grand Meadow. High 7s up to $1 million. These are gonna be great homes tucked back deep into a nice, quiet neighborhood in the Midtown area. Speaking of smaller developments, this next one actually wears the sum of its properties on its sleeve. TheEight is a townhome development, 8 of them to be exact. Well, actually 4 buildings with 2 in each building, 2 residences in each building, so 8 in total. Now these units are located in a very interesting part of town. In fact, I didn't even really know that this land was zoned residential because it's kind of in the middle of a very commercialized area. It's in the old mill. There's an abundance of commercial spaces and office spaces and retail spaces all over the place. So when I saw that this was coming up and they were kind of townhomes right in the middle of all that, it was a little strange. Now, of course, across the street, there are a whole bunch of condos, but even those are like big commercial buildings, sort of, you know what I mean? Townhomes in this area just kind of hits different until you see the renderings. These are gonna be sharp. Just look at it. They're beautiful. I see these as being the next cool urban Bend lifestyle places. You're walking distance to the old mill, the box factory, the white water park, the Hayden Amphitheater. It's really a sweet location. Other important things to know, these are gonna be 3 stories. Yeah, you're gonna have the garage on the main level, and then the second level is gonna be kind of the main living area, I would assume, and then probably bedrooms up on the 3rd floor as well. No pricing has been made available yet, but they have to be hitting the market soon. They're almost completely built, and there's a sign out there that says they're coming soon. I would imagine these things are gonna be right around $1 million a piece, but we'll see. Super quick time out to ask a question. Are you or someone you know looking to buy or sell here in the area? Because we would love to be your local real estate resource of choice. We know you have options, but our team has the experience and the expertise, and we've been serving the Central Oregon area for over a decade now. You can find us at cromrealestate.com, or you can probably stalk us and find our direct contact information down in the description of this video. All right, back to the show. Okay, now this next one is front and center, and if you've spent any time driving across or along 27th over on the east side of town, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. Skyview is the neighborhood, and they've been working on developing it for quite a few months now. Even last summer, they were pushing dirt around, and they are finally ready to get going. In fact, I noticed they were pouring foundations a couple of weeks ago, and then there was a big snowstorm, but I mean, who knows? There's probably already a house there at this point. Kind of seems like my week is more like a month in real time, but just feels like it was a week ago for me. So there's probably a house there now. Skyview is gonna just be like your classic infill neighborhood. There's gonna be 65 lots in there. The majority of them are gonna be those 40-foot wide lots. They're definitely gonna be those smaller Bend-sized lots. They just won't have big backyards, but who are we kidding? Nowadays, nobody's got a big backyard, right? The good news is that this is yet, the 3rd, I think this is the last, Stonebridge neighborhood, and so the homes in here will actually be really, really, really nice homes. And I don't know if they did this on purpose with the name, but Skyview, but I'm telling you that almost every home in this neighborhood, when you pop out onto your driveway and you look west, you're gonna see some pretty fantastic mountain views. Once again, pricing hasn't been announced for this particular neighborhood, but seeing that it is on the east side and it's a Stonebridge neighborhood, I'm just gonna guess that it's probably somewhere around the $600,000 to $800,000 range. Time will tell, right? But definitely a cool neighborhood to look out for if being close to the high school is important to you, being on the east side is important to you, maybe a slightly more affordable price point than you would get otherwise on the west side. This is a good one to keep your eye on. Since we're on the east side, let's talk about Meridian. Now, Meridian is directly across the street from Petrosa, and like Petrosa, will be built by Polish Homes. Wait, let's bring up a map. So over here on the northeast side is Petrosa, and I must say, it's coming along very nicely. And this little chunk of land right here is Meridian. According to city records, it's gonna be 51 lots, and there aren't any big plans for a clubhouse or anything like that. So it doesn't look like it will have an HOA, but little is known at the moment. I would guess that the price point in here for the comparable house is gonna be slightly less than at Petrosa because there isn't the additional amenities that comes with Petrosa, but that's only a guess. But again, it is a Polish built neighborhood, so the homes are gonna be great, very efficiently built, and I would guess that this neighborhood, being at only 50 homes, is probably gonna sell out and go pretty quickly. Also, there's no public timeline for when these homes are gonna be released and come into market, but I am suspecting, and maybe I've heard some stuff chatter on the back end, that they will probably have homes coming out of the ground sometime this mid-summer. The last hood, Meridian, was on the east side at presumably a lower price point. This next one is on the far west side and almost certainly at a premium high price point. Talline, one word, only 2 L's, and according to them, and I totally agree because it just has to be, the last master planned neighborhood on the west side. I mean, where else are they gonna go? There's just no more land over there. The rest of the land that's on the west side is either national forest land or is landlocked with other neighborhoods. So Talline is gonna be a premium master plan neighborhood with a roster of some incredible local builders. Structure, Lifestyle Homes, Greg Welch, and Curtis Homes. It's like an all-star cast. Listen, with those builders, this is gonna be an extremely nice neighborhood because they build some of the nicest homes in all of Central Oregon. So Talline will have over 200 homes within 11 phases. So this is gonna be a development that's gonna take many, many years to complete. It looks like there's gonna be about 7 acres of park land, and some of the lots there kind of look pretty substantial. Hopefully you can see here that there's a mix of smaller townhouses, smaller lot-sized cottages even, and then of course a number of large single-family residences that are more estately in size, I would say. Oh, and all of this area here is mixed-use commercial. Pricing's not yet available in this neighborhood, but all things considered, the location, the builders that are gonna be in there, we're gonna be talking about Discovery West type numbers. I mean, we're probably gonna be starting in the $1.5 million range and going up past $2 million, I would suspect. Either way, Talline is going to be a premium West Side neighborhood. Okay, there's one hood left that we have not talked about, and I'm really excited about this because it will finally connect a much larger network of neighborhoods over on the west side. Collier is the final piece of the puzzle. And what I mean by that is for decades now, there's been a little bit of a disconnect between kind of the Shevlin Park neighborhoods over here and Northwest Crossing over in this area. And furthermore, over the past handful of years with Discovery West and Westgate and Skyline West and Treeline, they've all been moving towards each other, and now Collier is finally that connective bridge. You can live in Treeline, for example, and hop on your bike and actually go through the neighborhoods all the way to, say, the Grove or to the farmer's market in the summer and avoid the busy roads by just now you just be able to go through the neighborhoods. Collier is a polished built high-end neighborhood with 77 lots that'll bridge and connect Celilo roads and Skyline Ranch roads together. Not those roads together, but with each other. They're gonna be building some of their classic hit floor plans, as well as bringing in some new floor plans that we haven't seen before. I mean, when you were connecting Northwest Crossing and Discovery West with some of the other really highly well-known neighborhoods over on the west side, it's a tall order to blend those together. In fact, I would kind of imagine there might be some kind of highbrow homeowners over there that are not too happy that their super custom, high-end, amazing home is right next to a production build polish home. But whatever, that's not something that bothers me anyway. I mean, polish builds great homes. So whatever. And I've seen really high-end custom homes not built so well, so. But I think my point is that it's gonna be really interesting to see how they blend that together. Price points, home styles, it's gonna be very cool to watch. I'm really excited about all of these neighborhoods. And in fact, if you wanna know more about some of the other neighborhoods, maybe some of the polished neighborhoods that we were mentioning, and the ones that we didn't talk about in this particular video, there is a video popping up probably right over here right now that talks about the polished neighborhoods that are going on right now that you should probably be into. You know, if you subscribe and hit the little bell notification, you'll know about all this stuff. And that's what I'm gonna ask you to do right now. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell notification. We would love to have you along this journey. You know, our stats show that 84% of our views are from people who aren't subscribed. That's baffling. So anyway, tell your friends about us, subscribe, and we'll see you over on the next video. Thanks for watching.